Hello everybody. So today we are now going to be copying and pasting those emails that we've written in the previous video using funnel scripts, and we're going to paste them into our email automation or email sequence so that it actually gets sent out to these people the moment they opt in. Alright, so let's walk you through this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log into 10xfunnels.com, which is of course your funnel builder, your email automation builder, and all these kind of things, right? So we're going to go into the funnel and we're going to go over to what we call emails and automations. So you're going to click onto that and it's going to open up this dashboard. Okay, so what this opens up is it gives you kind of like the data, the information about the people that have opted in, how many people have opted in, the number of leads you've got, number of subscribers, the number of clicks and open rates and all this kind of thing. So you can play around with this. Of course, we're not going to go through all the details right now. So what we want to do first is we want to create kind of like a list. Okay, we want to know what we want to name this list so we have an idea of who we're talking to later on, and we can store them in kind of like a folder, right? So the way we do it is we go to something called a list and subscribers, and we're going to click onto that. Okay, this gives us the option to separate people into different forms. So maybe you're selling health and wellness products, and maybe you're selling it to moms, and then maybe you can create a list of all these moms, and then maybe you have another health and wellness product for dads, right? And then create a separate product for dads. Okay, so all you gotta do is click on list and subscribers, and then what you do is you click on lists when you go there, right? And then what you do is on the top right hand side you see, just wait for it to load. Okay, you'll see there's something called add list at the top, right? So you can add a list and you can give it a name, right? Let's give it a name, example list. Okay, of course you'll name it, for example, whatever avatar you're targeting, so you have an idea. Done. Click save, and that fast you have an example list done. Okay, so now what we want to do is make sure that the people that opted into a funnel automatically gets added or dumped into this example list. So you see this from 0 subscribers will go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the people that subscribe to your lead magnet or your lead funnel gets added to this list. So how do we do that? We're going to go back to what we call the builder. Alright, so now we've loaded back into the builder, and what you see is your funnel that you've been designing. We're going to go over to what we call enter your email address. Okay, so enter your email address, and we're gonna basically just click onto that, and we're gonna click on the settings icon. Oops, let's click it again. Click on the settings icon, and you'll see some examples of like what you can like write about what this form is called. Okay, you can name the form so you have an idea of what the form is, but no stress, don't even have to do that. Notification, this is who it goes to, notification. So if you want the notice to come to you when somebody opts in, you can put your email address in there, right? But you're going to scroll down to where it says connect to email marketing. Okay, that's the thing we're going to do now. And you click select list, and what we're going to do is when we click select list, it's going to give us the options of lists that we've already created, right? You see example list is here. I'm going to click example list, and I'm going to click confirm, and then I'm going to click out. I'm going to make sure to hit the save button on the top right hand side, and within seconds now that list is connected to this form. Okay, so when somebody puts in the email address here, the person's email address gets added to the list that we created inside of emails and automations. Alright, so we're going to go back to emails and automations. Remember, we created a list called list and subscribers. We created a list. Let's click on list, and you'll notice that this email example list now that we've created here, it's connected to the lead funnel so that the people who opt in gets added to the email list. Okay, that's super easy. Now that we've got that done, we are going to create an automation for this list. Okay, so pretty simple, right? People get into the list. Now let's create an email sequence that talks to them over 6 days. Okay, so then I'm going to go over to something called automations on the left hand side, and what you're going to see is that fast you're going to see all your automations created here. Of course, most of you are not going to have a single automation done, but you're not going to stress about that because we're going to create one. So on the right hand side, top right hand side, it says create automation. You're going to click create automation. Okay, you're going to see it says blank automation. You're going to click blank automation. You're going to give it an example, a name, right? Automation example in my case, right? And then I'm going to click on submit. All right, so it's loaded in, and you see at the top of the chain there's the automation trigger. So the trigger is what starts the automation. Okay, so we're going to click it, and I'm going to click add a new trigger, and I'm going to say added to a list. It's the first one, added to a list. So when I add what list, select your list, okay, and then I'm going to select example list, and I'm going to click confirm, and I'm going to click out of the screen, and it's done. Now you see it says you currently have one trigger. Okay, in other words, the moment the trigger starts when somebody gets added to that list. Okay, they're going to add it to the list. Now the automation starts. Now when the automation starts, what's the first thing I want it to do? What I want the software to do? I want the software I'm going to click the plus sign, and I'm going to scroll down and say send an email. Right, and then I'm going to then copy and paste those emails that I have inside of funnel scripts. So if you go funnel scripts, remember the emails we wrote. Okay, I'm going to copy. Let's go to the first email that we did here. Okay, and then I'm going to copy the subject line. Ooh, let's just go back to that email, first email. I'm just going to copy the subject line, hit copy, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to paste it in. Okay, then for the sender name, you're going to put in your personal name. Okay, who's sending it? The personal name. Okay, then on the send email, I'm going to write down the email that I'm going to be using. Here it's going to have to be a company email address, okay, that you are personally using to send out the email. If you don't have a company email address, I'm going to show you in the next video how to create a company email address, okay? But if not, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to put your company email address in there, and that FOSS is going to get added in, and then I'm going to click .com, and I'm going to start building email, okay? Now you'll see the software gives you a whole lot of templates and examples and stuff that you can use to create these emails. You see there's a whole lot of examples. But if you remember my previous video, we don't want to come across like a promotion. We want to come across very personal. So I'm going to skip through all this and I'm going to say start from scratch. And then I'm going to go to what we call a text email, and I'm going to click start now. Okay, just for like, you know, to help this email get delivered without going to spam, make sure you put your company name in there. So for example, I'll put 10x funnels. And if you want, you can put in your company address, you know, X, whatever, right? You put that in, and then I'm going to click save. And so what happens is now that automatically gets added to the bottom of the email just to, you know, prevent you from going to spam and stuff, okay? So done. So here's your email creator here, okay? So all you have to do is go back to your funnel scripts, okay? And let's just copy from here where it says the first words, and you're going to come down to the bottom, right to the bottom of this email, and then have a great day, my name. Okay, done. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over back to my 10x Funnels account, and I'm going to paste that in there. All right, done. That's fast. Now my email is added in, and you can see it looks pretty cool, right? There's the person's name. Now I can take this name out. Sometimes I don't like going there because sometimes I don't get their name, right? So it doesn't fill in. So I'm gonna take the name out. I'm gonna leave it blank. I'm not gonna put it right at the edge. I'm just gonna create some space like this. So by entering, and then it has some space there at the top, and then boom, you'll see the email kind of is pasted into that there. Okay, I can change it if I want to. I can write some new things if I wanted to. But as you can see, it's added in, right? Pretty cool, right? Okay, so another little thing I'll do is I'll just kind of like copy this whole thing or select this whole thing, and I'll change the color to like a full black color because I kind of like the black text, okay? And that fast is done. All right, black on white. All right, and then I'm gonna hit save, and that fast, I'm gonna click out of the screen, and you can see the moment the email is the list person is added to the list, the first emails get sent. Isn't that amazing, right? You see that? So easy, right? Now I can be like, okay, I want to send them a second email, but I want the software to wait 1 day before it sends the second email. So I'm going to go out and click the plus below that email, and I'm going to click on delay, and I'm going to click delay with a specific amount of time, and then I'm going to click on 1 day, and then I'm going to click out, and you can see what happens is 1 day it's delayed, okay? After 1 day, I want to send my second email, right? I'm going to hit plus sign, I'm going to scroll down, repeat the process, click send email. Then I'm going to go back to funnel script, copy the second subject line. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just repeating the process, pasting that in, right? Typing in my name here again, and then again putting in my email address down here. All right, and that's done. And then I'm going to hit start building with email. Okay, again, I'm going to go from scratch, hit text email, and then I'm going to repeat the process by going back here, copying the rest of the email. Let's go all the way to the bottom till I find my name. There we go. Oh, let's go again, scroll down all the way to the bottom till I find my name, and then I'm gonna hit copy, and then I'm gonna go and back to this here, and then I'm gonna select all of this, and I'm just gonna paste that in there. Okay, I'm gonna just create some space from the top because I don't like that too clustered at the top there. Alright, I'm gonna create some space, and that fast you see the email is in, right? Super cool, right? And remember I did last time, I changed the color of the font, so I'm just gonna select the whole thing. All right, and I'm just going to select the color, and I'm going to hit it on black, and I'm going to select out, and that fast thing is black. Then hit save, click out, and you see the second email is there. Okay, and then I'm just going to repeat the process, right? Hit delay again, go back, delay with a specific amount of time, click 1 day, and then I'm going to exit out, and that fast you see the delay is there, and I can keep doing that for 6 days sequence, okay? Until I got all my emails pasted in, I'm done, and then I'm going to hit save, and that fast, the automation is now saved. I'm not going to turn it on just yet, okay? Because I'm going to show you in the next video how to actually get this whole thing turned on and stuff like that. Okay, with that being said, that's all you have to do is copy and paste your emails in, and I will show you in the next video. If you also don't have a domain or an email address, I'm going to show you in the next video how to create that email address or a domain and stuff like that, and you can move forward from there. Alright, take care everybody, and I'll see you there.